Hello, my name is Abe and welcome back to Slay the Spire Downfall, continuing to check out the new character that was added in the other day, the Collector. We did a run yesterday. We're gonna continue and see what we can unlock. We have to play this character at least 5 times to unlock everything that the character has, and then if we keep playing after that, we keep playing, but I wanna see what the unique relics are, the additional cards that we can pick up, etc. Let's do it. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, welcome, Deity Punch, who says, I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3. That game is the truth. I have not played or looked at Baldur's Gate 3 yet, but I do hear a lot of good things about it. People are talking. Combat with 1 reserve, which is energy that is maintained turn after turn until you use it. We can upgrade a card, get a random relic, choose a rare colorless card to obtain for a curse, or obtain a random boss relic. I really like having reserve. I think I want to keep that. I don't mind the idea of a rare colorless card depending on what it is, because we can, with the curse, remove it with Pyre. Pyre allows you to exhaust a card from your hand. And if we add Pyre cards, we can just purge curses. So I think this is an easy one to take. And thank you, Place Bool, for the resub as well. Wait for that little caca there. Caca! Thinking ahead, draw 2 cards, put a card from your hand on top of your draw pile, shuffle random attacks into your draw pile, or at the end of 3 turns, deal 40 damage to all enemies. You know, what's interesting is that we can afford the bomb. I just don't know if the bomb is good enough in the deck. Thinking ahead is pretty decent. Just draw 2 cards and put a card on top of your draw pile. You get to self-select once. And you still have a 5-card hand after Thinking Ahead is used. So it's not the worst card. I don't know if it's particularly, banging. Like the bomb is particularly banging, especially early. The bomb is really good to kill enemies. 40 damage for two is really good. Metamorphosis for the Knob. That's a good idea. Take Metamorphosis so you can have an easier chance against Gremlin Knob. But Gremlin Knob is, I don't think, going to be too difficult because you are mine. It's 24 damage on its own, which is pretty decent. And we have a lot of attacks in the deck, and we're gonna add cards to the deck anyways. I like Thinking Ahead, I like the bomb. I don't like Metamorphosis because it adds too much garbage to your deck, pretty much. Just gonna go Thinking Ahead. It's easy. That was not a particularly good get, I'll admit, but that's okay. I do like the idea of maybe this path, a couple of question marks, some combat, an elite fight, possible optional elite fight or rest, possible rest, possible elite burning. So lots of options. Let's do this route, shall we? Yes. Yes. Alternatively, we could go... Nah. I like this path. 1 early elite fight. So, normality. It's actually not like the worst curse in the world, considering we can't really even play more than 1 card on this turn. But we are going to want to get that out of the deck at some point. So we have 4 energy on this turn. We are going to Doom Spike Slime, kill Little Slime. We use the reserve energy to cast 4 energy worth of cards on that turn. And now we don't have... Oh, right, we drew the strike. That made a lot of sense, actually. We don't have that energy anymore. We can get it back, though, with Fuel the Fire. That would allow us to get more if we wanted to. So we'll just play another one of those. He has 24 Doom, he donged. We pick up his Essence, and now we can add cards if we want. Acid Slime or Spike Slime. Gain block and then 3 spikes, or add a random 0-cost card into your hand. I don't feel the need to spend our limited Essence on that. I would rather keep those cards. Pyre, gain block, next turn gain a copy of the exhausted card. Well, that's not a very good way of getting rid of curses. I do like Inevitable Demise, though. Prevent the next time Doom would be removed. We can stack more Doom damage. Heatwave is also an AoE. I will take Inevitable Demise. Maybe. Heatwave is free, and it gives you an exhaust target to gain strength. You know, I'm gonna take Heatwave. I wanna take the attack, I think, early, but that's a tough call. I'm also learning. I'm trying to learn how to best play this character. Don't expect perfection immediately. So we're gonna doom this guy, weaken him as well. Thinking ahead. Next turn, we can Pyre Normality. So all we're gonna do is block this turn. We're gonna lose the Doom damage because he's no longer weak and vulnerable, but that's okay. So we have enough energy to play everything in hand, so we're just gonna play what we have. We're gonna take another 2 damage. This is fine. 5 damage on a fight is really not that problematic. And now we have extra reserve energy since we used Pyre on the previous turn, or I forget what the name of the card is, Fuel the Fire, aka Fuel the Pyre. Jawworm, gain 10 block, gain 1 strength. The last run I added this, and it was a good card early, but it quickly became something that I was not interested in seeing or playing. So I might just skip it now. Billow Bellow. Billow gains block. Bellow. Apply Doom equal to the unused block last turn. So you add big block and then you doom it. This is good for a couple of fights, setup fights like Lagavulin. And if you build a lot of block like we did, and I know we can do, this can be worth a lot of damage. It's expensive though, 4 energy. I also can't touch this. It gains dexterity, which is nice, and also allows you to apply Doom. And the kindling is just an exhaust target. You exhaust it and you get free block. Let's try the Billow Bellow. Doom was really nice on the last run, so maybe we'll try it again here. Serpent, deal 20 damage, add a doubt into your hand. We can gain money and a curse, or we can disagree. I don't mind this card. It's actually not that bad, and if you Pyre the curse, then it's out of your deck forever. But this is a lot of early, turn 1 damage, especially because we only have 0 collected cards. So I think this is something I'm willing to take. We don't have to play it, by the way. We could just let the card exhaust. So I will take his collected card, and now we have 1 Serpent card, which will be added to our hand in combat, and then when we add more of those collected cards, we'll get random collected cards in our hand. I'm not explaining this very well. Let's jump into a fight and then I'll explain it. Every turn, you get a collected card. We have 1 in our collected deck. The collected cards are based off of enemies, so we added 1 Serpent card into our hand on turn 1. This deck doesn't shuffle during a fight, but it does reset every combat. So, easy way of just killing both enemies right there. Dong. Gain 1 essence, souls, chaos, and pyromancy. At the start of your turn, gain 1 reserve. That's just free energy. And enemies afflicted gain 3 more. At the end of your turn, gain block. So karma, as long as you're dooming, then karma is free block. I really like free energy. That seems pretty damn good. And I really like the Louse cards. They get added to your collected deck. They cost 3 essences. And they give 1 blur, and then free block. That's really good. I'm adding both of them. And let's go fight this elite. Ooh. Lots of curses. We have to take 1, so I'll take the cheap one, but I don't want the curses. We've got 3 curses in the deck, kind of. Not great. At the start of your turn, gain 1 reserve. Billow So this is worth quite a lot of doom. What do we want next turn? This will etherealize, so we don't really want to play this. Pyromancy allows us to get a lot of additional energy. This is an interesting one. But we need to do damage. Billow allows us to do 20 doom next turn, so I think we gotta play that, which means we'll play that and we'll play Serpent. We'll be weak though. So maybe you don't play Serpent? What we really need is just a little bit more energy, which we don't have. You know what? Put it on top of your draw pile. We'll play it with Distilled Chaos. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And you know what? We only have one Pyre card. Let's play it. Billow, Strike, Defend. We can play Pyromancy. We can play Heat Wave. We can play a Strike or Serpent for 20 damage, but we'll be weak next turn, and we'll deal less damage as a result. I think we should Strike. And what was it? We're not gonna do 80 damage. So I think actually the Serpent is worth more. It's free damage. Literally popping off. So we did not get the card that I wanted, which was You Are Mine. I wanted him to be vulnerable, but we can still do a decent amount of damage with this Bellow. It's 25 Doom. And then I think we're just gonna take 16, pretty much. Next turn, you're gonna take 12. So you're gonna take 37. I need to do another 12 damage to you. So look at that. So now you're dead. So we might as well block. Yeah. Not a perfect fight again. Miscalculated a little bit, but luckily you're still dead. Not a perfect fight against the Knob, but that's okay. We get his Knob card, which is whenever you play a skill, gain Vigor. Not a big fan. Shuriken, also not a big fan of, because I want to go into the Doom deck because it's so fun. Doom in reserve. When exhausted, draw cards. Oakrim Kindling. It's pretty nice. Really like Womp though. It's just 12 perfect block. Letter opener, I'll take it. Upgrade or elite? I don't have enough essences for the 3 sentries in the deck, unfortunately. But I would like to upgrade stuff like Pyromancy. 1 for 1 makes that really good value. Let's fight the elite. And it is the sentries, but that's okay. We will Womp. And let us block, because we can roll over quite a lot of block on this turn. Keep that reserve energy. We can get Billow. I think that's a pretty good play. I like Billow and Serpent. Because we're gonna get hit for 18, which means this will do 9 damage, but we take none. Is that worth it? I think it's probably worth it to just roll over a turn without taking any damage, right? That's probably worth it. That's probably worth it. That's probably worth it. We'll do that, and then we'll also play the Serpent. I know we get a doubt, but I think that's okay. Manuel says, guys, help me out. I have online training tomorrow afternoon for a job I've almost secured, but another company I scheduled a meeting at the same hour. If it's like for an interview, just say you can't make it and reschedule it. Like, just don't delay on it. Just say, I can't make that time. I have an engagement. Can we reschedule? Nine doom. Oh, it applies doom. It doesn't do damage, so you're not gonna die. Well, let's... So I can't kill anyone. Okay, let's... We don't need pyromancy. This won't do anything. Sorry, this won't doom anything. So let's just block, I guess. Letter opener did some damage, and if we get some skills, we can do it again. This will kill him, though. And then we can draw. We don't need a defend. Actually, we would like a defend. We don't need a strike. Let's get the dazes out of the deck. Then we can get rid of the Ember, gain more block, do a little bit more damage. Trying to play as many skills as possible. Here's a big block. Although I don't know if I can actually kill any enemies with that because it applies Doom and Artifact blocks it. I should have thought about that, admittedly, but actually we can kill you now. Good. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we're still taking no damage. Might as well get the slime in my deck. I don't want to play it though. I don't want to use that reserve energy. Although we probably should. Probably not going to kill you now that we're weak. We're almost there. We're taking no damage. All right, we have you now. Well, I actually don't know, because, again, the Billow is just going to hit the artifact. Got him. That's a cool looking effect, by the way. So Sentry, if we add this to the deck, we can add 2 of them. We don't have enough essence for 3 of them. Deal damage, apply weak, repeat for each Sentry in your exhaust pile. No, actually, that's wrong. Repeat if there is 1 Sentry in your exhaust pile. It doesn't get played once, then twice, then 3 times. It gets played once, then twice, then twice. So that was my mistake. I read this card incorrectly last time. Another Heat Wave. Stash. Dude, Stash is 10 out of 10. But I don't think I'm gonna add the Sentries. Since I can't add all of them, I guess is really how that plays out, because it's really good if you can play all of them. So Billow will kill an enemy. Next turn. And we get to roll over block. Actually, I do have to defend in order to kill him. Oh, that'll do it too. But we're still rolling over more block. And we get extra energy from Art of War. Oh, would you look at that? Well, we can roll over block again. I can only play 2 more cards. I guess Womp Stash is pretty good. We're not really doing that much damage, unfortunately, but it's still temporary health, kills an enemy, save a lot of excess energy for the future. Not an amazing play. And you're not doing anything on this turn, so Pyromancy, and I will hit you, and I will hit you, and I will hit you. Doing 20 is still worth it, even though we get that garbage in our deck. Please no. So we will, I can't kill you. We'll block. Oh, we could have gotten rid of it with fuel. Duh. We can still get you. We're gonna have 15 doom. There you go. Requires a little bit of thinking. It's not as simple as just smacking the enemies, but it's still good. Still good enough. Whenever a card is exhausted, when this is in hand, increase Doom by 2. Apply 3 Doom. It doesn't retain, so I don't really like that. Condemn is kind of nice. Apply vulnerability, apply Doom. It can apply Doom through Artifact. And then prevent Doom from being removed. This is the first one where I'm like, I don't really care about any of these. They don't seem particularly good. Who's the boss? Void Defect, I think is what that is. So energy defect. But with reserve, in theory, we don't really have to worry about that, especially if we get that power out early. Serpent can do more. That's true, you know, vulnerability is nice to have and it can enable Doom. And I like it because it gets rid of Artifact too. It's just not a very good card and it requires an upgrade. But, I do have to admit that the extra vulnerability can matter. I'll take it. Take 5 less damage from attacks. I'm gonna take another Louse. It's the exact same strategy as I used last time, but I think it worked well. I think getting Pyromancy upgraded makes it easy to play. And Lagavulin? We can probably fight a Lagavulin. I forget how it's stronger. Oh right, it's random. It could be HP, it could be something else. I mean, okay, it's not Lagavulin. If it was Lagavulin, it would be fine. I mean, it probably is still fine. Dude, this is actually like a very good turn 1. And that card is immediately paying dividends, getting that vulnerability out early. This is a very good turn to just stash away. We lose a small amount of temporary health, but now we have a lot of energy for this turn. And we can You Are Mine. Can Heat Wave. Think ahead. It's kind of hoping for the Billow. Top of your draw pile. Taking 10. I mean, 1 defend gets us there. Then you take damage. Then you take more damage. Then we can probably... You're gonna have Doom next turn, so we don't even need to use any potions. You're dead. Gotcha. Easy. We can start with a skill in our hand. Next attack this turn applies Doom. Arrogance. Dark Willow Kindling. When exhausted, apply Doom to all enemies. It's actually not bad. I just wish it retained. I wish all of the Kindling cards retained on upgrade. But if we can add a skill to our starting hand, I guess it would be like Stash, Billow, Thinking Ahead. What would be the best thing to add here? I think Billow's too expensive. But I like Stash because we can just get a lot of energy for a future turn. Let's do a Stash. And I don't have enough cards that pyre to take a Kindling. I need more pyre cards. None have been showing up though. Heal or anger the mushrooms? I will anger the mushrooms. Need that Runic Pyramid. Runic Pyramid would be interesting. I don't know if I would like it with the curses in the deck, but if we had more pyre cards, you can exhaust things from your hand, because we would be stuck with normality, which would be unfortunate. So this is enough block already. Should have played a defend. Well, I don't know. We get more energy, but we lose out on the damage to everyone, but now we can play more cards, so I guess it evens out, in theory. Hit you. Now we'll take 2 damage. It's not quite enough damage. Barely not enough damage. You're dead next turn. Now we're taking 3. You know what? That doesn't matter. Take 3. Riddick seems bad with Collector because you wouldn't be able to get your collected cards if your hand was full. I mean, that is true. But also, they're all dead. With Pyre, you can get rid of cards that are stuck in your hand, so it's kind of both bad and good. Apply vulnerability to all enemies. This I might want to grab, actually. That seems kind of nice. We're gonna lose all of our essences if I take those cards, but I think they are good cards. Deal damage, gain an Ember, Pyre, put a card from the collected pile into your hand. Oh, that seems so good. Yes. Apply vulnerability to all enemies. It's a lot of vulnerability. Gets rid of artifact. I'll take 1. We don't have to take all 3. Explosive over Dex. Yeah! Who needs dexterity when you can kill the enemies? I like that Segas Jr. asks, really? An explosive potion over a dex potion? And then I immediately get the fight where you want an explosive potion. It's like, yep. Yep. I may have played this game before. I guess I'll shut my damn mouth. Let's see, Fungi Beast. Doom? Sorry, not Doom, but vulnerability and then more vulnerability. Yeah, seems nice. That's why you take the damage potions. Deal damage, draw. Yo, these are free cards, we should take them. Next turn, gain Vigor and Reserve, so it's free energy. Deal damage, apply weak. Gain temporary strength. We have cards that apply vulnerability, but nothing that applies weakness, so I kind of like the idea of this one. The Fat Gremlin card. I clicked, the screen moved and I clicked on the wrong card. What did I take? Gain temporary strength. That is not what I wanted. But, oh well. Very much not what I wanted to grab, but that's okay. I get this now. I just realized. If you have kindling, you can burn the kindling, you can pyre it, and then you get it back, so you can play it again. So if you have like a retained kindling, this just lets you get it for free whenever this card shows up. Maybe I'll try that. Yeah, I didn't mean to take that. Just saying. Game kind of screwed me on that one. Do we want to fight the merchant? I guess I would like to go to the store, so let's go to the store. Try to get a curse out of our deck or something. So Billow will give us a Doom enabler. Alternatively, we can stash and get a lot of energy for the future. I could Billow stash, but then we won't get the vulnerability to get the high damage out of it. So what do you take here? I'll do a Billow stash. Because we get 25 Doom next turn, and then Oh, we don't get the block, that's right. Right, and this isn't affected by vulnerability. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. I figured it out. And a copy of the exhausted card. I guess we will exhaust Ember, which gives us strength. Currently we're taking 2 damage. We want to bellow. Womp. At least helps to punch through. Don't have any bonus energy though. This, I mean, he's gonna get away. We're not gonna kill him. We're not gonna kill him at all. We're not gonna do that much damage either, so I'm just gonna smack him and then smack him. This deck is so far not nearly as good as our previous decks have been. Put 1 card from your collected pile into your hand. You got a pirate. We get to pick which one comes in our hand, but it's also not like nearly what we want. But that's okay. I mean, we did some damage. Almost 75. It's fine. Dragon's Trove. Mini Curse is also really good because it's a Pyre enabler, but Dragon's Trove is so nice. It gives you energy, and it's rare. More cards. That is pretty nice, but I don't want to fill up the deck too much. Herding, yeah, that's also a very good card. I like that one. I think we will purge our normality. Torch head gains deal damage to all enemies. I think we will add Prayer Wheel. And we don't have enough for hurting, but that's okay. We have a better chance of getting it in the future. Yeah, Prayer Wheel early does seem pretty good. Start boss combats with 1 dex. Sure, for 50 bucks, we'll take it. We will upgrade, and I'm gonna upgrade this because we get energy. Energy is so nice. Especially reserve, because you get to keep it forever until you use it. So this will purge the artifact and then apply 1 vulnerability, but it will purge the artifact. What I like about this is that this also purges his buffer. So sure, we'll get 4 energy next turn. He is gonna add another buffer, but... And I might use Essence of Steel, but we don't need to worry about it right now. Pyromancy, why not? He has no attacks coming out, but we can billow into a... into a Doom. Let's see what is in the draw pile, because we don't need Condemn on this turn. Yeah, let's... we could do a little bit more damage. I want to... If we play this, the buffer will be removed, then we can Condemn Womp. So we'll have the strike next turn. Oh, we got to exhaust 1! God damn it. Well, we'll just do it like this. We should have... Yeah, okay, I get it. Didn't quite work the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. We still have the temporary health. We're gonna get a solid amount of Doom. And the energy loss doesn't really matter. Let's play this. Heat Wave. Hello, you are mine. We get reserve energy every turn, so I will strike while the iron's hot. We're still rolling over our block with the blur. Pyre, next turn gain a copy. So we'll get rid of the Ember. My dude is 37 Doom. The Doom is going to run out. We'll do 20 damage and then a strike. Keep the doubt. Do we roll over block? 17. We're not going to take any damage. Nope, don't play the defend. Save the energy. Although we get 1 energy every turn, so it really should just be played. We're close to building a like very expensive deck. Which is not bad. Expensive decks can work well with the collector, with your reserve energy buildup. We're still taking none, and we still have the temporary HP anyways. And this guy, I mean, he's dead. We can get rid of the doubt. Billow, whatever. We can get a buffer. So, I don't think we need that. Deal damage if the enemy is afflicted, repeat twice, so it does 3 hits. We don't have enough weakness and vulnerability to really make this a viable attack, but if it can hit multiple times, it is pretty good. I don't think we need this. We have a lot of block and blur. We don't really need to absorb hits, and then we also have the temporary HP on top of it. I think this is too much. We need more afflictions. We only have vulnerability pretty much. We need more weakness enablers. We're gonna add some. So do we add this now as just another attack, or do we add like double doom? Probably double doom. We get some nice doom stacks with like billow and whatnot. So I think we'll take double doom. And we'll definitely go with energy. Yeah. Same relic we got last time as well, Philosopher's Stone, which is very nice. Although last time we had a Lagavulin card added to our deck, which was minus strength on enemies, so we were able to get around that in theory. Birds incoming. That's why you have a fire potion. So I want heavy question marks and camps. If we go this route, we have to fight 1 elite, but we get a lot of upgrading and a lot of question marks and some additional question marks. Left path, we have to fight. Actually, left path, we have to fight 1 elite, but we get 4 campfires, I mean? That's pretty good. Yeah, okay, I'm willing to do that. Shelled Parasite. Plated Armor, that's a solid card. I'd be willing to add that into the deck. Next turn, take a... I guess next turn we could have a billow. We're gonna have a lot more energy to play it. Maybe don't even play this because we get extra energy on top of that. Just play a stash. Roll over, well, we don't roll over any block, but we do have 10 energy now. And I do like those 2 attacks to punch down the armor. The doom isn't really dooming too much. Louse. Put a card from your collected pile into your hand. But we have to pyre something. What do we pyre? I don't know. Next turn, gain a copy of the card. Maybe you next turn get a copy of Green Pyre Locus, and then on this turn we can block and bellow. That's expensive, but I think it's okay. Again, we get energy every turn. So then we make you vulnerable. Louse. You don't pyre, because there's nothing to pyre. In fact, you can fuel the pyre on that card. Block, strike, we're gonna take some damage. We're gonna take 5. I'm not gonna use a potion to stop 5. That didn't quite go as planned. Didn't draw the blur cards, I guess, as consistently as I wanted to draw them. But he's dead anyways. Doom! Do we want plated armor? With the blur, I think we want the plated armor. Gonna add it. Mini curse, I think that's worth adding. It's already upgraded as well. Roast is a free attack, but I don't think that's good enough. We have enough energy to play whatever we want. We just need to add cards to our deck. I like forgery to create copies of collected cards. I do like that. We're adding a lot of stuff to the deck. But we can get like more blurs for free basically, or more, you know, whatever we want out of the collected cards. I can't look at the deck though. Now I can. I think I'll add it to get more blurs. We can pyre the Ember. Does 24 damage. It's worth smacking. We can defend, stash, do another 5 to everyone. Roll over 6 reserve. That's pretty good. We don't need to worry about Art of War if I'm getting 10 energy on turn 2. We're gonna dump the defend because if I attack you, you're dead. And my dude is dead when I play skills. But we can exhaust a card, get a card from our collected pile into our deck. Take 5 less damage from attacks this turn, thieves. That doesn't seem that good. Like, good against multi-hitting enemies, obviously, but not if the enemy's hitting for 40. Lantern Flare, that's a pretty good one. It's consistent damage over time. Add the enemy's collected card into your hand, upgrade it, exhaust, brain drain. That's pretty cool. I want that, but I also really want Lantern Flare because it's a very solid card to keep the Doom going higher and higher. But to get a collected card from an enemy or a boss or the final boss, that's pretty cool. And this is pretty good too, Inflict Agony. To be able to apply weakness and vulnerability, we need more of that. But I'm going for the Lantern Flare first. I guess I should have looked at this. Yeah, that's true, should have looked at this. When exhausted, gain block or forgery again. Let's take the upgraded Kindling. I'm just adding cards to the deck. The deck's getting too thick, but I still don't know how to build the character, so I'm learning as I go. Let's get more energy. And don't even play that, so we get even more energy. Should have like 8, 9. Sorry, 10. That's what I meant to say. So this will give us block. And it wasn't the card that gave us another copy of that in the future. That's okay. So we have 7 energy rolled over. Sorry, 10 energy rolled over. I don't know what's causing that, but I like it. So big vulnerability enabler. Get rid of that curse. These guys are annoying, but once we get our big Doom cards that are still in the draw pile, we'll get there. Billow as well, because that is going to be a huge Doom A huge doom! Forgery gives us a mad gremlin. Honestly, we have the energy, so we might as well. Really? For temporary strength? I think they're vulnerable, so like, why not? Well, that could have done it, I guess. Well, I mean, this can give us another one. Only if we exhaust something. Okay. Dump the strike. Now that's a kill. And we can pyre the curse to not be cursed. We still might draw the curse next turn, but... So we got Bellow and Doubt. Bellow is 49 gosh darn doom. And then there's more doom, and then there's more doom. Now you have 122 doom. You're dead. You're dead. That was very good. Centurion. Gain 10 block, 1 dex. Gain 4 temp HP. Inevitable oh, I thought it was inevitable doom. Kindling card. Condemn, upgraded, Scorched Ray. That's pretty good for doing raw damage. We have some attacks in the deck, right? We got a couple. Really don't have that many attacks, and this one is upgraded. And we do get temporary strength and vulnerability, and a ton of energy. I'll take it. But I'm not gonna take this one. And I'm not gonna take these cards. I'm gonna skip. Although I'll admit that the extra dex and block. Wait, was it dex and block? Yeah, dex and block. It's pretty good. We are a very defensive deck, but I'm gonna skip. Lose 9. I will lose HP in order to try to get money. But this is a more likely chance of getting some money. Okay. So we'll get some money. Oh god, it's cultists. This one could be hard. Put a card from the collected pile into your hand and exhaust this. What do I want in my hand? I suppose... There's no Doom Enabler. I suppose we just want a Louse or a Shelled Parasite. We'll take the Louse to keep rolling over blocks since we're gonna stash. Really wish we could have gotten a bunch of Doom out there, but we will have Doom on this turn. And big vulnerability on everyone. So vulnerability goes on you. We're thinking ahead. Put a card on top of your draw pile. We don't need more blocks. We have 9 energy. You can play this, this. Pyre the Ember. We have Doom, so we can Doom someone. We'll Doom you. Gets rid of the strike, but that's okay. Wait, did that not apply Doom? It just, oh no, I just can't see it because there's a piece of geometry here on the right. Okay. Apply 30 Doom. You're gonna die in a strike, so we'll kill you. Doom you. That kills you. Taking no damage. Save the energy. I love when the Doom happens more than once. It just sounds so bad. Cultists, gain 1 strength at the start of your next 3 turns. Pyre. It's an interesting card to have 3 of in the deck because it's 3 strength per card. And it's free on an upgrade, but I don't know how to upgrade these cards. You can't just upgrade them at bonfires, which makes it kind of hard to upgrade. More vulnerability. Soulforge is great. That's a 10 out of 10. Let's continue to upgrade. Birds incoming, 3 subscribers, 3 cacaws. Caca! Yeah, subscribe and I'll take more cacaws in the deck. Caca! Oh my god, I can't scroll down on my mouse anymore. Ugh, there we go. Like I had to break the button. Yeah, I gotta get a new... If anyone has mice recommendations, send me your mice recommendations in Discord, because I need to get a new mouse. My current mouse is a Razer. The mouse wheel has been good up until when I dropped the mouse, and then it couldn't scroll wheel anymore. I'm gonna upgrade, I think, Stash, because it's in our starting hand. Jojo, welcome. Yo, new downfall character, cool. Indeed, this is the collector. We start with reserve energy, which is maintained bonus energy. And we can spend a special resource called essences to add cards from enemies into the deck, like special themed cards. So the louses, for instance, give us blur and block. Fungi Beast is vulnerability. Lagavulin gave us plated armor, and etc. We don't need to fight the shopkeep here. We can go to another camp. Mercury Hourglass is pretty good. I like it to get rid of buffers, which we might get later. I'll take it. I don't have to do the final boss. We already did that, actually. Let's upgrade again. We're gonna upgrade... I like Goodbye because it is cheaper. Lantern Flare is more doom. Womp is more temporary health. Condemn is more vulnerability, but I have no other card that applies weakness, so the fact that this applies more vulnerability doesn't actually matter too much. Fuel the Fire is good energy. Green Pyre Locust is not a big one. A little bit of extra block. A little bit of extra damage. Not exhaust. I think we'll go for the extra energy reduction from Goodbye. Barda Bobbert says, when it comes to mice, I recommend a long hair satin. That Google search for that is just hair. So I don't know if you're joshing me or if there's actually some sort of like weird mouse. Is there a Suffer card, I wonder? What is Suffer? Oh, from the guy who hexes you? I forget what his card was. I saw it once. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. Add the word mice. Long hair satin, mice. Ah, it's a mouse. I was gonna say, it didn't sound right. Okay, I like this turn. We're going to make everyone vulnerable. We're gonna make everyone vulnerable for even longer. And we're gonna stash all of this energy. And all of that block. That's why I like having that card in my starting hand. Now we have 11 energy on turn 2. Collected pile into your hand. We get to pick. A serpent will kill something, so we definitely want that. We don't need blocks, do we? I need a block. We should get rid of the strike then. We should get rid of the fuel because we don't need any more energy. We take Serpent, which is just good raw damage. We are weak, but you are dead. We're taking no damage. Perfect. Rolling over pretty much no block. That's okay. We have so much energy. If we have so much energy... Hold on, what is... I can't look into that deck. If we have so much energy, we can probably dump... anything. We don't need Heat Wave. Oh, but I can't exhaust this. We should have put this on the draw pile. God damn. That's okay. Billow. Louse. Forgery. Plated armor. We're not taking any damage. You should be dead next turn. Roll over block. Oh, right, it's what the collector says when he gives you all the buffs. I don't think he has a unique card, actually. Some enemies in the game don't have the unique cards associated with them. Taskmaster's is 10 doom, 10 damage, 1 strength. Blue Slaver is apply weak, double weak. The collector doesn't have one, and it actually shows, it says in the card, this enemy does not have a unique card. Gain 1 strength, 1 dexterity. It's just a generic garbage card. Well, which I find very interesting. I like that they actually, you know, have that unique edge case taken care of. Okay, and then the Red Slaver is enemy loses 9 strength. First time you play a power, gain block and strength. Another mini curse. I like Pyre cards. I need draw. I need to add draw into this deck somehow. This can add more weakness. Gotta admit, losing strength is pretty good. I think I'll add that Slaver card, but I'm not gonna add these ones. I know we need more weakness, but I don't want it from that source. Mini Curse for Doom. Yeah, we need more weakness enablers, and if that's where we get it from, that's where we get it from. Hire out the defend. I want a stash, so we want a free card, especially something that's cheap. So we'll take a Louse. And then the Doom is real nice, but I think I'm just gonna stash all of the energy. Because we're gonna need to be able to play cards in the future with Snecko. Still haven't played a power. Now I have. So more block, more strength, Lantern Flare, Exhaust, Icky. Choose one of 2 cards. It'll be a Fungi Beast or a Slaver. Sorry, that's actually not what it was. It was a Louse. Because it adds it to my hand right now, let's get the Louse, because it's free. And it's not drawn, because I think collected cards do get drawn. Yeah, they do get randomized. Glad I have that card. We have enough energy. Just have to do 8 damage. Actually 1 damage. That'll do it. Plunk. And Snecko. This card is really good. Draw 3, muddle your hand. All that expensive card, all those expensive cards in our deck are now going to be very cheap. Inflict Agony is weakness. I don't need those. It does enable more weakness. I'll add it. I'm gonna fight another elite too. Book of Stabbing, maybe a little sketch. Not a very good hand, because I want to play Scorching Ray with the Pizzazz potion, but I also want to put up all of the block in reserve. which I think I'm gonna do that first. Because that's a lot of energy. Pyromancy, Louse, Billow, Forge. Billow here with Red Slaver is pretty good, and we might get Fungi Beast next turn. Oh, it only applies Doom, so yeah, we'll definitely do it like this. We have played an attack. I don't really... Do we get energy every turn now? Yes, we do. So we'll have like 8 energy next turn, so I'll attack it. So now we have 39 Doom, 2 mini curses. Ah, but goodbye's in the draw pile. Womp womp. Draw 2 cards, gain 2 energy. We get Snecko and Red Slaver. We're not rolling over any blocks. We can let this block expire. We don't have to spend energy on this if we don't want. Thinking ahead. As a result, I will just put this in the draw pile and have it exhaust. So let's do this, dump the defend. This dump, oh, nothing. Mini curse will dump fuel. Mini curse will dump serpent. So we're just applying status effects to keep that doom rolling over. The doom disappears if there's no weakness and vulnerability. So we have 2 weakness and 2 vulnerability. That doom will last for 3 turns. There's more. And then might as well do some damage. You're not hitting me at all. And you are dead next turn because you have 60 doom. By the way, take more doom. I love the bell. Book of Stabbing. Whenever you deal unblocked attack damage applied to doom. I applied doom with cards. I don't really need to do it with a power. I don't want to add too much. Finale. If the enemy dies this turn, heal 8 and apply a bunch of doom. If the enemy dies this turn, heal, apply doom. That's pretty cool. And that's a lot of doom. Yeah. I see now Jaded Jabs might synergize with the Book of Stabbing because you can do a lot of shiv attacks. +2. Feel my pain would also synergize. That synergizes with any time you exhaust, but I'm gonna take that Finalize. I think expensive cards can be played in the deck that I have. Maybe not against this guy. I would like to Billow Stash, but we won't have a ton of energy. I want to make him vulnerable too. I want to play everything because this is a lot of damage. This is like, I mean, right now it's 30. This would make it 60. This would make it 90 damage. It's pretty good. We would get 0. We would get 1 reserve next turn, which means it's not even worth playing Stash. But to do 90, I think is acceptable. We don't need to strike. I'll save the energy. So we're doing 20. We can pyre that for sure. Louse will give us block when you hit me. Energy. Fend. We're taking none anyways, so we have enough block. Now we just have to hit you as hard as we can. Ideally with Doom! We should have done that first. We should have done this first, now that I think about it. Apply Doom. I want to play this card. We will play this next turn. Because that's a lot of Doom. And now we can hopefully apply more Doom and then double it, and then, you know, hopefully get somewhere. No, we're not gonna get where we need to go, but that's okay. Well, I don't know, because we could Snecko into Big Doom. That got cheaper too. Man, you were so close. 50. I mean, if I use the potion, he's still not gonna die. So we'll have to kill you next time we fight you, but you have 40 HP. That went well. More kindling. Fiend fire. Just like literal fiend fire. An exhausted apply doom. I've got a lot of pyre enablers in the deck, maybe not as many as I would like, but I think we'll be able to play that kindling with doom. Reach curse in your deck, start with strength, orange pellets, and gambling chip. I like gambling chip, except our turn 1 is pretty much already sorted. It's gonna be stash. What else are we gonna play on turn 1? What are we gonna need gambling chip for, you know? What are we gonna need to discard and then draw into? We want orange pellets? Remove debuffs? We occasionally get debuffed, but not a lot. We got a lot of debuffs. I'm starting to realize too that Karma is literally just plated armor. You just get block. Not a lot, but it doesn't go away either. Don't need a trip. I think I'd rather save my cash. I don't think we need to worry about taking orange pellets. You know, I think we'll be fine. Lantern Flare, Mini Curse, Condemn. I've never played Condemn Criminal Origins, but I've heard it's a good game. Let's get that Mini Curse upgraded to hit everyone. Yeah, like on this turn, I really just like... It's a lot of stuff. This is too much, because I'm gonna definitely stash. So what do we dump? Maybe that, so we can play it, ideally. And then next turn we'll have 5, 6... hold on, we'll have 11 energy? 10. An enemy dies, heal 8. If the enemy dies, not an enemy dies. Can we kill an enemy specifically? 25, 12. I can kill you in 2 turns, but probably not in 1 turn. You know what? I might have been able to kill the Mystic. How much HP are you gonna have? 20? You had armor though. I can kill you. Do I want to heal? 37? 57? Yeah, let's kill you. Finally use that ironically named Finalize card. Get rid of the Ember. Strike. And then Snecko. I'll do it. What are you gonna do? You are in fact doomed. Actually, you're just dead. Another Centurion, another Mystic card. I don't think we need those. Non-upgraded. This is upgraded, but this is more for status effects, not damage anyway, so I think this is a skip. Being able to keep Doom on enemies with inevitable demise is pretty decent, but I would prefer to just inflict more weakness and vulnerability, and we're getting there. We're getting there. It's taking time to get those cards around, and we got to thin out the deck a little bit, but we're getting there. Especially something like Lantern Flare allowing more Doom to stack up. That's pretty nice. You're mine. I wish this had 2 weak, 2 vulnerable, but that's way too strong. I understand it. Finalize. More block. It's a good card. Oh god, my mouse wheel just sounds so bad. It's like crunching when I try to scroll down. More status effects. Sure. Okay, Soul Forge. I think it'll add a Mad Gremlin and a Louse to my hand. And then Forgery will give me a Louse or a Louse. That's a skill, not a power. And you're Mushroom Boss. I think, like to forge another Louse. Oh, we could also get Snecko. Just give me the Louse. Save Snecko for a different turn, because we're just gonna be stashing. I hate your sound effects. Louse. Yeah? Yeah, we'll, curse the Kindling. Give me a Womp. Give me some fuel. So now we have 5. Should have 9 energy, maybe 10. 9. Good enough. Put 1 card from the collected pile into your hand. This is a good turn for Snecko because right now we have very expensive cards in our hand. So let's Locus. They look so weird. Look at them. This one looks like a dinosaur. What are your cards? Deal 5 damage, apply 3 weak or vulnerability at random. Interesting. And yours is Reaper. That's a good card to have. Okay. Because you have it in your hand, I see. Let us get rid of Defend and grab the Sneckoification. I will definitely apply vulnerability to you, and then draw. Oh, look at that! The enemy dies, heal, and apply Doom. We're just gonna Doom you. He's not weak, though, unfortunately. You're also not gonna kill your friend. I will kill him, though. Donk. Alright, so we're back at 0 Doom. But now we can get a high value Bellow. So we can mine, Bellow. Ooh, we got some Kindling as well. We don't need vulnerability on this turn. It's gonna go away forever. That's okay. Because we're gonna curse. Smack, smack. Actually, we should have gotten the Ember. That's what we should have done. He's dead, by the way. Pixely, welcome. Even more Spire, nice. Continuing to check out the Collector from the Downfall update. Because why not? So do we need the Mushroom cards? We don't need weakness or vulnerability at random. We would prefer weakness. Reaper is good healing. Technically, I have a healing card in the deck, though. Sunbloom Kindling. When exhausted, gain strength and add embers into your hand. Fine. Another Goodbye and another Fiend Fire. I think we just want Doom. We actually don't have that many Doom enablers. We have a lot more Pyre enablers at this point than Doom enablers. We only have like 3 Doom cards. Maybe 4. And this is just targets for pyring and also strength, which I would much rather have Doom. So I'm gonna take another goodbye. And we will grab... More energy is nice, but I think we have enough energy. Black Star for more drops? Yeah, Black Star. Who lives in the city of the Spire? All the rich guys, unfortunately. Those mother truckers. I can't scroll. I just gotta click and drag. There are 3 elites on the right. So I guess we're going that way, and we can hit up a shop too. And lots of question marks. Orb Walker. Deal damage, add 2 embers into your hand. Well. We'll just roll over 5 energy. That early stash card is so good. Now I have 10 energy. Draw 2 cards from your collected pile. All right. And then we'll want to do. I would like to mini curse goodbye since we don't have any Doom. We don't have any blocks either, but at least we have this to give us enough block. Get you for 31. All right, we should have added the curse, then we could have exhausted it. I always make that mistake. Don't need this. Add a Snecko though. I guess we'll, again, should have created a card and then removed it. My bad, yet again. You dead. I'm gonna heal off of you, actually. Not like I need it. Dong! I don't need your card either. Sucker Punch, so there's another weakness enabler. Finally have one. Will I take it though? Good question. Draw 2 cards this turn, they retain. We need card draw. We need card draw. As good as this is, and it is upgraded, and it's dexterity, and it applies Doom. Okay, we'll take the power. You cut off Snecko's tongue, you monster. You monster! We're gonna fight and kill the merchant super easily, so we could go for a relic or an event. Let's go relic. Upgrade 2 skills or get the key. We could do the key. You know what? Let's take the key. We'll break the keys down. So we want energy, energy, energy. It's actually not that much energy, but should be enough. We only have to do 33 damage. Dun 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 dun. I will take 2 damage. No, I'll take 1. Just need some way of getting more Doom. There's the Doom enabler, of course. Then you can goodbye, then we can draw. Now we can heal that damage we took. By the way, you have the exact perfect amount of Doom. Nice. Merchant, I can finally take this card now. Add 4 random colorless cards into your hand that cost 0. Yes. You know, give me another log for the fire. Fossilized helix. Calipers is also good. I wish we could take both, but I think Fossilized Helix is a little bit better. But not having to worry about blur when we get infinity block is nice, but we're not really building that much block. I will take Horde. I will, that's pretty interesting. Damage for each collected card played. I will continue, I think, to remove cards. So let's go for a strike. We don't need those. I think that's pretty good. Heal the full, lose max health. Nah. I will fight you, absolutely. I have Fossilized Helix. I don't take damage on the first turn of combat. Haha. Dragon's Trove, draw 2 cards from your collected pile. Snecko is next. But we don't quite have it yet. I'm gonna use a skill potion. Now we can get Snecko. Gain 10 block, grant 2 less for each other card in your hand, but it costs 0. Interesting. No, we want this. And then, I mean, honestly, I think you just play it. Maybe Condemn first. Finalize is free. Somber Shield is free and gives us another card next turn. That's 30 damage. That's another 60. Can't quite kill you. If I mini curse you, you're dead next turn. But I think we'll just billow to bellow next turn to kill you. So we'll next turn get a copy. That should do it. I can probably kill you with a strike, but we have a Doom card if we have to play it. 20 Doom. 20 Doom, 20 Doom. 20 Doom, 20 Doom, 20 Doom, 20 Doom, 20 Doom. I mean, my dude is 2 HP. We gotta... He'll die to anything next turn, although he is probably gonna add a burn. I mean, he died to the Murky Hourglass, of course. But of course! I have to do 5 damage. Jack of all trades, secret weapon, finesse, and the bomb. I mean, if they're all free, I'm kind of hoping that, you know, I guess you could get Apotheosis. You could get the Greed card. There's a lot of stuff you could get from that. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing cards at this point. We get the Shovel. And a Brain Drain. Add the enemy's collected card into your hand. Upgrade it. I gotta take it. It's too good. But I actually don't know if it's good. Soulforge I think is better, but I gotta take Brain Drain. It came back, and it's upgraded. Apply poison. Lose HP, deal damage. That's a lot of damage, gotta admit. We're gonna be playing a lot of cards on this turn, I feel. We don't need goodbye. So, goodbye. So we'll do Agony and a Condemn, Heat Wave. Give me reserve every turn, and then give me a little bit more block. Actually, block and an energy refund is pretty good. You're gonna die just due to the Hourglass. They're hitting for 31, but we have a buffer. All we gotta do is block. Choose one of 2 cards, add a copy. Fungi Beast or Shelled Parasite. I can deal, oh, never mind, it's Louse. Because it doesn't draw the next card, it just picks random cards, I think. Maybe. Hard to tell. Well, Billow is gonna give us exactly nothing. So don't use the energy. That Bellow is not a good play. Put one card from your collected pile in your hand. Now seems like a good time for maybe a merchant. If we draw 2, it'll be Shelled Parasite Louse. Let's definitely do that. Let's get merchant, and we'll get rid of the Ember. So we get Finesse Discovery, Forethought, and Dramatic Entrance. There's Finalize. Forethought Finalize. Maybe we can get a heal out of it. It's too expensive to play now. Hurting is good. Horde could be okay. Soul Forge gives us a freebie. I think Hurting, just for damage. This retains, but this we can play for energy. Get rid of this. Okay, and the Hurting will come back, and look, it's now better. Deals 14 damage. Take power, skill. I think I just gotta womp ya. Actually, we can definitely doom you. There you go. One more skill will give us Letter Opener, which will kill the dagger, so there's your mine. Now you're getting doomed for a few turns. And that Greater Hurting is now 46? 48. That was close. Also, I want your card. Gain temporary HP, Torchhead gains, apply 4 poison to a random enemy. Let's see how this works. Yep, you applied poison to a random enemy. Good job. That doesn't seem very good. Oh my god. And for every dagger we killed, we got another one in the Spoils of War. Interesting. I don't want them, but... Turnip, Mummified Hand, incredible. Regen Potion. I don't feel like we need it, and we already have Fairy in a Bottle. Everyone gains a block, apply Doom. That's a good card. And then Cursed Whale. All enemies lose strength, afflicted enemies lose strength permanently. Not bad, but not important. I think that's a skip. Centennial Puzzle, not 10 out of 10. We will definitely get that Recall at this point. If we're gonna do the Heart Fight, which we might as well. Oh, Tick. Tick Talk into a Headbutt. This is a good one to get a copy of if we can enable that. And you're doing 14 damage. Honestly... Roll over. There's definitely a Torchhead build that we're probably gonna unlock cards for, says Segus Jr. Yeah, so far it hasn't seemed very good. The, oh, it's upgraded. The Torchhead build, but it definitely exists somewhere. It relies on temporary health, and I feel like it will rely on some sort of temporary health regen. Oh, it dropped a few frames. Why am I dropping frames? What the heck? I don't know why I'm dropping a few frames. Well, luckily it's Slay the Spire. It doesn't need to be perfect. All right, I think we want to keep getting Kindling or Ember. Should have played that first, of course. Let's get the Ember again, because this gives us a benefit. This just retains anyways. Is your internet okay? It does seem a little weird, doesn't it? I am dropping frames, and I don't know why. And it just happened recently. Okay, we got a lot of stuff. Curse Ember. Gremlin Condemn. Fuel Defend. Talk, keep the energy. Still rolling over a very minor amount of doom. And we're weak, unfortunately, but there's our head crush. There's 81 damage. We can increase it. We will defend. We have 10 energy. Trip. An exhausted game block. Instincts, Panacea. 8 energy. We have enough for everything in hand. We could Purity both the kindlings, but we don't need to, so we'll just play that to Purity nothing. Give me a Womp. Give me a Scorch. Give me a Head Crush. 153 damage. It's pretty good. Slideshow over a couple of seconds. It's very on and off. I don't know why that started all of a sudden. Maybe after this fight I'll take like a 2-minute break and go downstairs and yell at my housemate, "Stop downloading so much pornography! What do you think you're doing? I got a job to do here. Hey, I'm playing video games here." Top of your draw pile. I can't exhaust this, so we'll have that next turn. I only have 4 energy. You know what, actually, if we play Distilled Chaos, we could get Finalize. And it will apply Doom, and we can double it. Actually, I like that. Pyromancy, Soulforge. Thank you for adding a couple of cards. Also now Billow is free and Defend is free because they were powers. I did forget about that. Double your Doom, hit you for 72. You're not quite dead. So we're not gonna get a heal, but we don't need it. Hello, and you're dead, and I'm just playing cards to play cards. He's doomed. Do we need TikTok? I actually really like the card for doing a lot of burst damage on enemies. If you have a fight of like 4 people, you can be like, okay, I'm gonna block, not worry about Doom, and then do like 70 damage in 3 turns for 6 energy, but you know, we get a lot of energy anyways. In block, grant less for each other card in hand. Kindling. And any sort of draw I'm gonna be taking, even Kindling. And we will break the key. Now that's been done. Well, I didn't see anything immediately that stood out that could be causing internet problems, but I did find some watermelon. It's all right. Not the best watermelon I've ever had, but decent. We could dig or upgrade cards. I still think that the draw and the upgrading is probably what I'm looking for. But relics could be pretty good, but we have enough relics, I think. Let's upgrade the... Let's upgrade the Horde. Drawing an extra card that retains is pretty nice. Nemesis, Megatherial gain intangibility. It's pretty good, but you can't really control when you play this card, huh? Tick, Talk, Tick will get the big attack on a big turn, but I think... Ooh, that's very nice. Oh, we could have made this free. Yeah. You know what, now I'll do this because this was free. Let's have the Kindling be available next turn. Roll over energy. We get 1 energy in reserve every turn now. We don't have to worry about having so much in reserve. Soulforge Nemesis sounds super OP. It's a It is a skill, so it won't etherealize, and as long as you can keep drawing it repeatedly, it will be replayable. So it does sound like an okay take, doesn't it? Wow, what a garbage turn. You know what? We're still taking no damage, so we'll talk, and goodbye kindling. I wish that all the kindling retained on upgrade. How you doing? 46, and I can do 106. We do not have to do that much more in order to kill you. I guess we'll get strength. Get you for 108. Oh my god, you're so close. 9. I can't do 9 damage. 20, 32. We can get some block. Remove block from and apply 3 weaken vulnerable to all enemies. In 3 turns, deal damage. Choose gain strength or plated armor. You know, the strength would have done it if we had drawn that earlier, but I didn't. But applying weak would be pretty nice. You have 4 HP. Gosh darn it! We're not taking any damage thanks to that weakness, but we got real close. Real freaking close, man. You're dead next turn thanks to that doom. And here's more doom. And here's more doom. And that kills you anyways. So do you want to grab a nemesis for intangibility? Could be worth it. Could be worth it. Add the Pyred card's damage to this card. So Flame Lash you can use to just purge your entire deck and add all of the attacks to 1 card. Not the special effects, but the raw damage. Gain intangibility. Why not? We have a 12 card collected deck, but it's full of good collected things. I will definitely take Pain. Our deck is so thick that we're never gonna see that curse, so that seems okay. Repulsor is a good one for draw, so we'll add both of those to the deck, I think. Heal and apply Doom. Finalize does kill something, so we might as well kill something. By the way, Doom. Boom! Getting upgrades every turn is really nice, especially because it can upgrade your collected cards. It is a strong benefit. Let's get temporary health. Then we can smack. Then we can smack. And there's intangibility if we needed it. Yeah, we want the draw. I will add both of those. Misdirect. Block and reserve. We don't need more energy. Fleeting Embers does give us more things to pyrize, but I don't need that. Hurting I will like when it shows up. It's a good attack. This is a shop. We don't need to heal. We exhaust enough cards that this could be good. Hoarder's Strike. Play the top card of your collected pile. Could be good to get a card for free. But I think I'm just gonna remove a Pain. If Pain hits our buffer, that would be very annoying for us. Dig, release, upgrade. We could release, which removes a collected card, but if we find a collected card we don't want, we'll just not play it. You know, who cares? Dig up a relic, upgrade. Let's get the draw from the other kindling card. And this is the Divinity Watcher. We don't want to play a lot of cards, in theory. Power? I hate Snecko being the first card that we drew. but we can play it and then maybe play something else free. No, okay. Well, we'll just reserve. Not a good Snecko on turn 1. That's the only time I really don't want to see it. Okay. You have omniscience. You have omniscience? That's pretty good. I would like that, I think. This turn sucks. For 6 energy, I can do 50 damage. It's actually not that bad of an idea. We don't have to play Talk, but I want to play Tick to make sure it's in the deck. What are you doing? You're doing 31, and then you're gonna conjure a blade. That's gonna be a 3x. We gotta do some freaking damage. Pyre. We will Pyre our Kindling for block. We could let the buffer hit it, but we could also get over the block. We're gonna draw Repulsor and Nemesis. Okay, so we're gonna have gain 1 intangible just in the deck now. That's pretty nice. We're gonna exhaust the strike. We're gonna louse. Condemn. Shell. Curse. And we are gonna hit you into Divinity, which shouldn't matter. I wanna save my energy though, so I'm not gonna play the Talk. Although we're gonna roll over 3 anyway, so yeah, we'll play Talk. That skull, was that Doom? Yeah, it's Doom. I was like, what is that purple skull? What is that doing? Dummy. You know what it's doing. Make you weak. Get a buffer. Head Crush is doing 81 damage. It's pretty good. You Are Mine is also more Doom. I think I'd rather have the rollover on Doom. And then we get energy every turn. Head Crush will, it'll shuffle, but it'll come back. We lose the buffer, who cares? What's your mantra at? 1? Brain Drain gives us Omniscience, which we can use to double up a Goodbye. And it costs 3, so we can Lantern, Pyre the Kindling, and then we give you 200 Doom. Yeah, that's a pretty good turn of events there. I like that. You're gonna hit me for 2, and then you will die due to the Doom. Due to the actually, you're gonna die to the Head Crush. That went just fine. What a cool character. I'm liking the Collector. Bewildered, Flawed, Icky, and Aged. Bewildered, that's the muddling one, right? It's good if we draw it early. I like it early. Dun 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 dun. Let's play this because we know we're going to want to do this. Let's repulse and drop a defend because we have stash. More dexterity will make the stash better, and also nothing became free. That's okay. That's more energy. Tick is great. Think we will. Oh, we have so much energy. Yeah, we'll definitely make someone really vulnerable for that TikTok, and let's not play Heat Wave. Let's get more energy. Because we can play it, but it's not going to do enough damage to really matter. Although it does hit everyone for 10, but it's gonna stash. Ah, screw it, I'll play it. I changed my mind immediately. Nah, I'll play it. So people are getting doomed. Very, very lightly doomed. Just a light doomage. And that's like 47 damage coming in, so that's a lot. Blah, 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 blah. 11 energy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can almost play everything, but it doesn't matter if we play the strikes. We don't have enough blocks. We're gonna take damage. So let's talk. That'll kill him next turn. We'll weaken... It's not gonna actually apply weakness if I just play a You Are Mine. I could finalize it though. So we'll finalize weakness. Now we're taking less damage. Defend doesn't matter because we're just gonna get buffered anyways. So let's just play the strike, I guess. We're gonna be weak next turn, so we gotta hit him, make sure he gets closer to death, unfortunately. Strike you again. Oh, I should not have played that second strike. I shouldn't have played the first strike. We actually needed the energy. Got no energy right now. And Head Crush didn't get drawn. What? How many cards did I draw? Oh, because of Centennial Puzzle, you... Well, you're dead anyways. Thank you, Doom. So let's condemn. All characters get vigor. Characters get strength. Gotta work on you next. Although you get intangibility. You're attacking now, but I can't kill you now. Let's start here. That was a weird sound. Green Pyre can give us Nemesis for intangibility. Kinda like that. Don't think we need Goodbye. I also don't think we need a Defend. I think, like the intangibility. It's a little expensive, but we can probably Snecko it. When you play another card, muddle your hand. Well. Oh, I have Blue Candle. Well, we muddled. Didn't make anything cheaper. We got a lot of draw in the deck right now. Nemesis can be played, but that's all it's gonna do. Maybe a Mini Curses is actually better right now. Intangibility would save us a bunch of damage, though. But Mini Curses would also give us block and apply weakness. The enemies are already weak. Mini Curse means we could also play Defend. So we would get 19 block. We would take 6 versus currently taking 2. But Mini Curses Defend is the only thing we can play. I guess a Nemesis is better, as bad of a draw as that is. Oh, I have a buffer. Thank you. Soulless Husk, you don't have a card. You're an Inflame. You're a Talk to the Hand. I don't think we need a Talk to the Hand. What I need is to exhaust some freaking cards. Actually, maybe I do need to Talk to the Hand. Merchant or Scorching Ray? That's a tough call. You know, this seems like it's a muddle. Okay, that's pretty damn good. Apathy. It added 6. It was upgraded. Let's do a Scorching Ray, because if it hits him, we get block. Okay, that works. So we're currently at 20 block. Shuffle 5 random attacks into your draw pile. Forgery, Fiendfire, Hurting, Whirling Flame. Okay. It's Doom. I guess it doesn't matter who we doom, we'll just doom you. We don't need the block now. Correct. Do we need the draw? Not really. Just get rid of the Aged. Can barely see the status effects on this guy. Hurting was upgraded, and now it's cheaper? Interesting. Not that much damage. Forgery can give us some cards. Oh, this must have been the free one that was added to the deck. I guess this was not the free one added to the deck. I guess we'll forge. I'll take a louse. And then you know what? Roll over a bunch of block. It was a shame that we were not able to draw the pyromancy early. Oh, it went to the discard pile again. God damn it. Every time, man. Okay. Give me a louse. Give me a louse. The energy. This is cheap / free. You gonna die from this? You'll die to this and a skill. Do we have a skill? We have a skill. Exhaust this because we have the rollover. Now you are. Discard on top of your draw pile. Oh my god, where is it? We have an enlightenment in this deck. Head Crush deals 100 flippin' damage, huh? That's a lot of damage. Don't draw it though. Just play this, because it's free. That was the free one though, so it would have been better next turn. It says, I think Runic Pyramid would be good on this character, in quotes. I don't think I ever said that. I think that was chat that said that. White Noise, Inflame, Talk to the Hand. Hex Talisman. At the start of combat, apply 1 weak and vulnerable to a random enemy. That's really good. Bronze Scales, carrying a bottle. We have 2 of those. Another Dragon's Trove is really good. More block? Block return? Talk to the Hand, block return. Haas is gonna get strength. Buffers. Yes, we do need a hit on occasion. I'll take a, we don't attack that much. Ideally, we're gonna be doing Doom at this point. I'm gonna skip. 33 gold, can't buy anything. And you know what? Let's just rest, get it back up to full health, exactly, and we'll fight. All right, I like an early You Are Mine to get the Doom going on top of Lantern Flare. We won't have any energy rollover though, except for one, but it's a really good start. You're already gone. Stash Away does nothing. It does 5 damage. So we will end turn. Yeah, save Stash. There's a chance we can pull it back later. Nemesis, we don't need to play, but also it's intangible, so it will not be any better later. Ideally, this would be a card 10 for the 10th turn, thanks to the mantra. Actually, card 6. But that's fine. This will make something free. If we defend, Flawed is gonna trigger the blue candle. We can pyre it. So if we'll start there. Defend. Nemesis, can't touch this. We'll make this free. I like that. You added a Haunted, the Ethereal card. It's really annoying with anything that retains. So I kind of hate you. You still have Weak and Vulnerable. This is a draw, gotta be careful. We can pyre it, but that doesn't matter. This deck is too thick and does not have enough Affliction. The Doom is gonna constantly be reset because we can't apply enough weakness. Next turn, gain a copy. And give me draw. Hire that. Extra energy is real nice. This is free. Dump this. We'll get more draw out of it. And then on this turn, what do we want to play? We could play Merchant. Or Snecko. I think we'll take Merchant. Mayhem. At the start of your turn, play the top card of your draw pile. I like it. Make something else free as well. Made Finalize free. It's worth playing on this turn now. Random skills, sure. Somber, Green Pyre, Kindling, Sadistic Nature. That'll apply on Doom, which will break buffers, I hope. Then we can do a Finalize. Let's hoard. Because it'll retain cards and maybe we can get some free. Save the energy. Double the Doom. Then end turn. No reason to play that now. That's a good amount of Doom to do. We just need to keep applying weakness. If we don't apply weakness on this turn, that's gonna be removed. Oh, thank you for randomizing my costs, you jerk. Put a card from the collected pile into your hand. Snecko. Hey, there's 2 weakness, thank you. Condemn. I don't think we need that little tiny amount of vulnerability in Doom. I think we'll instead, thinking ahead, put a card on top of your draw pile. We want to draw through the deck more quickly. You know what? Put Serpent on the top, because that way it'll exhaust. Billow enables us to get more Doom, but we don't roll over the block. I like this. I guess I'd rather not spend the energy. We've already attacked, so Heat Wave, and then end turn. So you've got 2 buffer and a bunch of blocks. We do have to punch through that. Haunted getting purged. Oh, dude, Haunted got purged, and also Blue Candle only took the temporary HP, not the buffer. I made that mistake or we learned on the last run that it does work in the player's favor, whatever that happens to be. So that's good. By the way, the boss is dead. All we have to do is end turn, but let's play cards, because that's fun. Bum, bum. You don't have spikes, do you? I guess we did have to purge the, 60, 320. We'll do damage next turn. I guess we did have to purge the buffer to make sure that the Doom would work. Defend. Oh yeah, hold on, Brain Drain. Endgame, remove the enemy's invincible buff and stun them. Stunned, STS lib, does nothing for 1 turn. Okay. Goodbye. That's an appropriately named card. We got the stolen collected card as well. Nice, nice. Fun run, fun character. Pretty much a worse version of the last run that we had with a thicker deck that wasn't quite as built around the Doom effect. But that's okay, we're learning. Omen. Whenever you play a collected card, all enemies lose 10 health. Rotwood Kindling. When exhausted, apply vulnerable to all enemies. Black Bindings, apply weak, then apply Doom for each unique debuff on the enemy. I was thinking that there needs to be more weakness enabling. So there's vulnerability and weakness being given with both of these, but I still think there might need to be more weakness enabling. But this just seems like not really specific play styles worth of cards, just cards being added. And we'll get a new unlock as soon as I exit and then start another run. Fun run. I really enjoy this character. I think it's interesting with the mechanic of being able to pull in cards from the enemies that you fight, but also it's a nice exhaust synergy style gameplay combined with the stacking damage from Doom. And you gotta be careful about that Doom because it can just go away if you don't keep that affliction applied. I'm enjoying the character so far. Good run for those of you on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at any of the links below in the video description. And I hope to see you here again for the next run of Slay the Spire Downfall.